Hey y'all, what's up? So, I don't know what it is about. I guess it's just the time period or something. I don't know, but um I'm going to hit on something that's very sensitive for me and probably a lot of people. Um it's been a very interesting time period for a lot of different reasons, and recently I was wondering, like, why do I feel excluded, or why do I feel I should be excluded from um, partaking in being more active in the Black Lives Movement. Like, it didn't feel like I had the right to be included. And I realized after a slight time of thinking about it that um, it's because anytime I would speak out about inequality for Black people, or unfairness, or be furious, because I'm very passionate about people I love and care about, and I love us as a people, and I always will forever. There are things I don't like, but that's in every culture and that's in everybody. So the reason I realized why I felt I had no right to speak on it is because whenever I would be told, I don't understand that struggle. I don't understand what it means to be treated unfairly, or um, looked at a certain way. And so it's like I had no right to have my emotions. And the reason for it was because I'm a light skinned woman. But I'm a light skinned Black woman, and there's really nothing I can do about my complexion, um, naturally at least. So when I recognized that, I in turn silenced myself because I didn't want to be ridiculed or um, snapped on by other Black people because I'm light skinned, and apparently I don't have any struggles or discrimination or anything like that because my complexion is lighter. Um, it hurts. It hurts a lot because you get to a space in yourself where the only way to handle those type of situations is to bury them, but then you get into a situation where you don't have a choice but to deal because it's getting hit in your face. And so I've been like, I do my part. I post, I repost, I signed petitions, more than a few. But I felt silenced. I felt I had no right. I had um, no, I don't know how else to say it, but that comes from years and years of scrutiny and people assuming you're a certain way and looking down on you for something you have no control over. Um, I have been teased and bullied and called all types of stuff since I was a kid for something I couldn't do anything about. And on top of that, I've been silenced by my own kind because I'm lighter. And it's like the ideology that, even though the reality of the situation is that I'm just as at risk as anyone else, and I'm just as prone to racism and ridicule and unfair treatment, and you know, my life is still on the line. It doesn't matter that I'm not as dark as someone else. I'm still Black, and when I'm compared, I'm brown too. Like, so it never seems like a good time to address this. I know for a fact I'm not the only one who has dealt or felt this way. It's hard to it's hard when you're deemed to be something you're not based on something you can't control. I've had people think that I was snotty or snooty or, you know, thought I was better than everyone, and I never could understand why. And it will be because before they even speak to me, they don't even want to speak to me because they automatically assume that I'm some type of prejudiced person who, you know, lighter is better or whatever the heck it is. But to be quite frank, I never, I've never seen myself that way in my life. I I have always wanted to be darker. Believe it or not, um, everyone I love, respect, and desire even is of a darker complexion. I am one of the most Afrocentric persons you will meet in your life, and anyone that knows me well knows that I am very pro-black, if that's even to be said. I mean, the fact that you have to be pro your own self is outrageous to me, but I get the sentiment. I'm the African print, um, all of that stuff. And it's not because I'm trying. And the other problem with it was that it seemed like I was just trying to, um, how do you say? It was seen, it comes across to people, I guess, that I'm trying to fit in, or I'm trying to, you know, I might as well be a white person trying to be an imposter, basically. But I'm really not. Um, I was born and raised to black parents. Um, my family is all black. I can't help how I came out. I'm not trying to fit into anything. I'm not trying to pose as anything. I am a legit black woman, full-fledged. And it's saddening to know that I can feel I don't have a right to have a say based on this idea that because I'm light, I have no idea what it's like. And I do. I completely do. And on a level that's not even understood, because I have those same issues and feelings and stuff with people that I am. So I have to deal with it from the opposer, and from the people I'm supporting full-fledged. Um, the fact that I silenced myself for fear of being told, what am I doing? Or you don't get it, or anything to that extent, is harmful. And again, I am sure I am not the only one who has gone through that. It's hurtful. Um, it's it's crazy. Um, it's funny because when you're growing up, you don't see yourself as any different from anyone else until it's pointed out to you. I've never received these privileges that I was supposed to be receiving in my life. Everything I have, and everything that I get, I worked my butt off to have. Nobody gives me anything. Nobody sees me as a nothing. Nothing like what it seems to be. Um, it's sad. I have an issue. It's hard for me to make female friends because they look at me strange, or They don't want to talk to me for some reason, and then I realize what it is, and it's like there's nothing. What am I supposed to do about that? And then you have the dudes who want to deal with me not because I'm smart, intelligent, not because I have a good personality and character, but because they feel I'm a level of exotic that I don't have. Um, then I have people always questioning, what am I? Like I'm in the clue game. What am I mixed with? What do I have? Who am I? Who am I? What am I? Where am I family from? Um, all of this stuff for something I can't do anything about. Um, and so this belief that this belief that because I have lighter skin, I somehow am further up the scale or something is just not accurate. I walk into a space, I'm stared at and watched as well. I'm followed around as well. Um, I'm treated rudely as well. I get the same treatment, if that's even the way to term it. I don't get more because, if nothing, I get worse because it's like everybody thinks I'm trying to be an imposter or a poser on who they are, and I have nothing to do with that at all. I love who I am. I love my background. Of I I love to hear about the firsthand stories, my heritage, my lineage. I I am a proud black woman. And even if my complexion doesn't reflect, that has nothing to do with me. I did not choose this. God ordained that I have this, and this is what it is. Um, Everything that I do is to encourage and give encouragement, to encourage and give encouragement to those who feel the way I feel, even if it's not for the same reasons. Feeling like you're not worthy or less than or have nowhere to go or excluded or isolated, those are not good feelings to have, especially if it's not your fault. It's not something you did. You just, as we all know, you just walking, you just living, and people label you as all of these different things that you have nothing to do with based on projections in history you were not there to uphold. It's not my fault what happened during those earlier years where the light-skinned slaves were in the house. That had nothing to do with me. I didn't create that. I didn't have that. I wasn't even there. You know, that's not on me. And just like I feel we all feel the same way, there should not just, then it's like we all feel the same way about the same things. Yet when it comes to us as people, there's a divide based on an ideology that was never for us to do. Like, if you're going to fight against prejudice and racism and inequality, do it within yourselves too. Because I shouldn't feel uncomfortable walking within my realm of people because of my complexion. I shouldn't have to have women looking at me crazy or holding a man tight because they think I'm trying to steal him or something. Meanwhile, I don't even know what the problem is. I'm just living my life. So I had to acknowledge that I have some hurt going on. And I'm not really a talker. in all honesty, I'm more of a doer. Um, this whole thing and with these protests, and I'm gonna have to take my voice back. Even though there's been a lot of people who have made me feel less than and like I shouldn't feel a way or I have no right to feel a way because I'm lighter than them, I gotta take my voice back. This stuff going on is hurtful, okay? I have uncles, I have a brother, I have family, I have people I love with all of my heart that I have to fear for every day. Every day. And I have to pray and hope that they get home. It's not even just the men. It's not even just the men that's getting hunted down. Women are too. Clearly, we see the list of people. It's not all men. I have family, I have friends, I have people in my life I fear for on top of myself. Every day that I'm alive, I'm fearful. I'm fearful for myself. I walk around and hope I'm not harassed or bothered or anything, and I'm worried about it from all angles. One, I'm black. Two, I'm a woman. Three, I'm a light-skinned woman. That's black. I have the same pain everybody else does. I have the same fears everybody else does. I have the same traumas, the same experiences, the same acknowledgments, the same prejudices, the same lack of quality or lack of opportunity everybody else does. I'm no different. And to be treated in a way where I should take that as a light skin privilege doesn't exist here. I don't know who's getting it, but I know I'm not. There are plenty of times I've gone somewhere to get a job and they saw me in my natural state because I'm not ashamed of my hair. I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm proud of my hair. I'm proud. I've been told I needed to change my image. It was too urban because I wanted to wear an afro instead of straightening my hair because it's damaging. Been there, did it, don't want to do it no more. I've gone places for interviews and the interview was 5 minutes. I knew it wasn't because I don't speak well or I wasn't coordinated or I wasn't professional. I knew it. And once I got there and saw the environment, I wanted to leave. But I said, nope, Siobhan, you here, and you're qualified. You stay and you go through with this because you deserve to give yourself that opportunity. And if they don't accept that opportunity for you, that's not on you. You did your part. I've walked out of places crying, knowing what the real reality of it was. So this light skin privilege, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. I've never had it. So, and the only time that could possibly be was when you're being sexualized for something that is disgusting. I'm not exotic. I'm not something that you just want to prove, and I'm not trying to formulate anything of that sort. I don't even carry myself that way at all. I'm the most chill person you'll see in your life because I'm humble because I am. I don't have to be, oh, look at me, look at me. If anything, I sit in the back I don't want that level of attention. It's not appealing to me. I don't like being looked at, stared at, and treated like a freaking exhibit or something. This is hard for me. Just like it is everyone else and every other light-skinned person that is here. It is hard for us. And people who think otherwise, you need to look at yourself and stop projecting what you feel on someone else, because it's damaging. I've had years of low self-esteem, lack of self-love, all of that from people telling me I wasn't accepted for something I had nothing to do with. Not because I was mean, not because of nothing, but because of my complexion. That ain't something you can just be cool with. That's not something you just grow to be cool with. And if anybody gets uppity or whatever, that's on them, but that's not me. And at some point, some people decide to conform to the titles given to them, to conform to the adjectives. You tell somebody there's something enough, they're going to start believing it and live that life. Then when they get older, and who knows how long, if ever, they will realize how much of themselves they were not being, and they're going to feel shame of not being who they really were. I don't care what anyone has to say. I am proud of my heritage. I do not get any privileges because of my complexion. I get the same thing. I get the same treatment. I get the same looks. I get the same everything, on top of people trying to figure out what am I like it should matter. Because you can't be just black when you're light skinned. You got to be mixed with something. Like, there's no way you can't. There's no way you're just black. There's no way your parents are just from here. There's no way both your parents are black. You got to be mixed with something. I'm taking my voice back. I didn't even realize I lost it. And I didn't even realize the level I lost it. I knew I lost it, but I didn't know I lost it to this level. And I'm almost certain I'm not by myself in this. It's hurtful to know that you're willing to live on the forefront. You're willing to live on the forefront, to express and to defend your own, and they don't see you that way. They see you as an ally. I'm not no damn ally. Sorry. I'm not an ally. I am. I don't want to be treated like an ally or like I'm just here for the attention or whatever. No. I have the same fears. I have the same experiences, but worse to a certain extent, because it goes from both sides of the spectrum. And we all have. Colorism is a real thing. It exists in every area of everything. There are people who kill themselves because they're not accepted for a complexion they couldn't choose. I speak up for us. Whether you are brown, beige, coconut, whatever color, whatever I speak up for us who have been treated like crap because we were too light, too dark, too something. All of us who have experienced colorism within our own, I speak up for us. And I am so sorry for your hurt feelings, your not feeling included, your change of your own being, your lack of self-love, your confusion, any of these things. I am so sorry on behalf of those who have no sense. I am so sorry that you had to endure that. But guess what? You have a choice. You are great. You are amazing. You deserve all happiness. You don't deserve to feel like trash because of something you had nothing to do with, historically or otherwise. You are strong because you are here. And you are here because you have purpose to fulfill. And your purpose is here because you are needed and you are required to be here regardless of what anyone else has to say about it. You deserve to be here. And if no one else in this earth tells you this, I tell you this. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are talented. You are creative in your own way, in your own right. And you deserve all happiness, healed, peace, everything. Everything. No matter what adjective was added onto you, if it doesn't apply, work through that feeling. Work through those feelings. They are not irrelevant. They are relevant and you feel them, and that is okay. Don't stay there. Don't stay in it. But you deserve to help yourself. You deserve to heal yourself. You deserve to speak up when you feel pain. And regardless of what anyone else thinks, whether they think you deserve it or not, that's not your fight. That's not your fight. You earned the right to feel your feelings. You deserve to have the right to feel your feelings. Period. Take your voice back. Get your voice back. Take your voice back. Because whatever you're here to do, you are here to voice whatever it is in your heart. And as long as it's not to hinder, hurt, or threaten someone else's livelihood, life, or being, you work on that. And you get that. This is hard. It's hard on all of us on so many different levels. But when you have this level of understanding in yourself that you realize, I let someone else take my voice for something I had nothing to do with, and acknowledge that there's a group of people who feel the same way, but they are the same group of people that exclude you, it hits different. It hits very different. So, I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing day, and please take heed to what I'm saying. You deserve to speak up for yourself, and you deserve to be a part of a movement that includes you, whether you were excluded for ridiculousness or not. You've earned it. You are here. You have a voice. You have emotion. You have activity of your limbs, your mind, and your spirit. You handle it. Take care of yourselves.